Oh, wow. You put your phone away pretty quickly, Raz.
Yes, I did.
You were, what were you watching there a second ago?
I was reading emails.
I don't think you were, because I think I heard crazy music, I heard women screaming, and then I heard domestic abuse.
It was just a very heavy email topic.
Email topic. There are lots of attachments. It's complicated.
Exactly. Like, I was reporting it. The conversation was ongoing. Has nothing to do with the mobile game ad on TikTok.
You have the most degenerate TikTok algorithm, and honestly, it scares me.
True.
You are the only reason I have ever even contemplated installing that app.
You really
like
should.
That's everything that I see from everywhere else on TikTok. I'm just like, nah, not from me. But some of this depravity that Raz finds is just pure shit. I'm like, you know what? That is kind of funny.
I'm into that.
They really perfected the algorithm.
Does that mean that you don't open the TikToks that I send you?
Wow, is it a new episode of Caster's Couch? The podcast that I definitely watch?
Dun, dun.
Flowers is a bad friend. But you know who a good friend is? Emily Raz!
Yay!
Emily, we've been trying to get you on this podcast for years, honestly. And I feel like...
It's not been on for years, but yeah.
I don't know.
It's
You
years.
haven't been.
I have been.
We have been. You haven't been.
How have I not been,
You have. You have been. Here's the allegations.
Okay, I'm ready for the allegations.
You were intimidated by another strong woman on the podcast.
Oh!
I am. I have heavy pick-me only girl syndrome.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And therefore, for those reasons, that's why I'm like, Emily wanted to sit in the corner. I said, no, you have
True.
to sit next to them.
Because this is the host half of the
Yeah.
couch.
It's the host
I'm not allowed.
half.
Actually,
Yep.
I'm crossing the line over here.
And now you're crossing the line too far, Emily. I'm gonna need you to scoot your ass back there. No, the real reason for this is if I decide to do another spicy take, poor Emily won't be caught in the crossfire of being in
for the
front.
clippage.
this is
Okay.
true.
Good call,
For the
good
clippage,
call.
right?
Yeah.
Actually, I just look into it and I go, I think the LCS analyst desk should be burned into the ground. And Emily's just sitting here going, no.
I think you should be burnt to.
Because I'm a woman?
Maybe.
Woman,
Salem witch trial?
woman Respecter Raz has logged in.
Look, we don't believe in burning. We just believe in tying your leg to a boulder and seeing if you can float.
Raz, we don't kink shame here, but I don't want to hear what you want to do with your life.
Okay, well, all right.
Okay, but actually, though, I literally just came back from Anime Expo probably like less than an hour and a half ago, and I picked up presents. I
Yeah.
picked up presents. Emily, I'm going to have you help me distribute them.
Oh god. Okay.
Because I picked up the presents for you two.
I'm
So
afraid.
you two,
Wait.
close your eyes.
The both of us?
Yes,
your
close your eyes. Close your eyes. Do not pick.
Okay,
Emily,
I have
you
no idea.
probably do you recognize?
my eyes are closed.
Same.
I recognize the name.
She
yes.
recognizes the name. So keep your
She's
eyes
gonna-
closed, gentlemen.
Okay.
He's gonna
This is gonna
give
be
us like
Yes.
smut.
This is gonna be so fucking.
There's
good.
Yes.
video evidence that my eyes are closed. I'm not
Okay.
cheating.
It's
Oh,
BL
God.
smut for sure.
Okay, let me get up for a second.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Raz, if she gives us gay porn, I'm
this in front of
regifting mine to you.
No, okay, I'm re-gifting mine to Ian.
Oh my god.
Raz, close your eyes,
Okay.
Wait, Raz's is perfect.
and I just need you to hold it like this.
Flowers, I actually kind of dig yours.
Okay.
There you go.
I don't know if this-
Flowers,
Here.
keep your eyes closed, and just hold it up like this.
Okay.
Wrap around it. Okay.
Oh, mine's a little
Ready?
wavy.
Now wait.
Mine's waving around. It's a
3,
big one.
2, 1. Raz, lower yours just a little bit so the camera can see your reaction. Okay,
There you
3,
go.
2, 1, open.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my god! What the fuck? It's all,
Yours actually isn't that bad.
mine's Pokemon based and it's just ass.
Emily, I got an extra one if you'd like it.
no. Oh my god.
Wait,
I'm all set. But that is pretty rough.
Oh, wait, I didn't see the bottom of
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
The bottom is
What?
something else.
They just sell these in like the stands and stuff there?
No, so basically, okay, I did not look at
this
this
is
one
just
yet.
straight
yeah,
up
the
booba.
bottom is boof. At least yours isn't bad. Like yours is pretty hot.
Yeah,
actually.
like mine could be in like a
Raz, I don't know about yours.
like
I'm just saying, guys. Like, a decent sight. Oh, there's more. Okay, there's more than ass in here.
So basically, I was at Anime Expo, and they have a 18 and plus section.
Apparently.
I could tell.
So,
What are they drinking?
So just real quickly, Raz, could you describe what you're seeing in case someone is listening rather than watching?
God.
All right, I'm setting the scene. It's like Neo Tokyo. There's like 5 women at the bar. They're Pokemon, like, basically characters. Like, I think they're
Wait, are they
like
Pokemon?
5. Yeah, they're all Pokemon.
Look at the
Cynthia.
hat.
Oh yeah.
There's
okay.
Cynthia. There's like the black one and the new one. I don't know that
Nessa.
one. Nessa, yeah. So they're all 5 women Pokemon characters. They're nude, and you can see all 5 of their asses, huge asses, right in front of the camera.
Okay.
But they're enjoying their drinks.
Oh, nice.
and you
Yes, Ovilee. I love the gift. Thank you, Ovilee. Yeah, I love the gift.
Flowers.
I appreciate
Describe
it.
what you're looking at, because I picked this out just for you.
Yeah, this is Tifa and Aerith from Final Fantasy VII, like doing some stuff to each other, wearing nothing but thigh-high socks.
Oh.
And gloves. There's some
Oh,
gloves.
oh
in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
gloves on.
Tifa
Yeah.
has her gloves. Aerith has no gloves.
Accurate.
That's
so
true.
I do believe the scene, if we take into consideration the background and also like the interior of the building that they're in, they're actually in Midgar, either in Aerith's house or in the church the cloud falls into.
Yeah, I think the background shows
Yeah.
it's probably Aerith's house.
Yeah.
So you
Very detail oriented over
My
here.
anaconda don't.
What I will say is, please don't show those to the camera. Otherwise,
Yeah.
producer Ian is going to have to do a lot of editing. But
Yeah,
I
this
got,
definitely
lot
can't
of
get shown to the
blurs.
camera.
I got one more present for Raz specifically.
Oh god.
Because I knew Flowers could probably only take the one.
Yeah.
But
but-
Raz can take more.
Emily's right, though. It is actually pretty high
No,
quality
this
art.
this is actually pretty nice.
So this is Sakimi-chan. If you guys are on the internet, you've seen Sakimi-chan's work.
Wait,
because
the
it's
pictures or
fantastic.
this thing that you're about to reveal?
All
is
of them.
Sakimi-chan?
All of this.
Oh, okay.
All of this. So
God,
Raz,
this is gonna be insane.
I'm gonna
isn't it?
hand this to you, and you
no.
need to open it like this
towards
and
me.
let it drop. Flowers
me.
here, I'll take that so we can.
Okay.
There you go.
This
I'll
is-
give
I
it back
need
to you
to.
at
I
the end
need
of the
to
day.
see this. Yeah. What
Okay.
is
Towards me
this?
and not towards the camera.
Towards you. Let it drop.
Make,
let it
make
drop.
Eden's life
Yeah.
easier.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
unveil it for them.
3, 2, 1. Let it drop.
Oh my god.
That is a close up.
Well, I know how Raz is playing Street Fighter now.
Oh my god. I am thinking of
My
playing the
God.
character too. How do I close this to not reveal it to the camera?
You
Okay.
gotta be careful, man.
Oh my
Raz, you
god.
said that was your favorite character, right?
I don't think I said that.
Raz, you said something about Chun-Li thighs, right?
I was gonna say
There's
they got,
more
they
than
got
thighs
the
right there.
But they
A
did get
lot.
the thighs right.
This is the face, so you guys can see the face.
Okay, that's PG-13. We'll take that. You can hold that part up.
You can
Yeah,
hold,
so I
yeah,
can
you can
hold
hold that
that.
part.
Yeah, we want to see the face.
There it is. So this is the face.
Cute.
And you can imagine the rest.
Yeah.
Let's not go too to the scale with that one.
No,
Oh my
no.
God.
Here, here,
It's
put
a
this on top
mouse
of
pad.
Raz.
Wait,
When am
can
I
I just
using
say?
it?
Yes,
Oh,
you can.
there's like a little sticker. Okay, this is a spoiler for what's in it. But Rez, did you see the thing it comes in has a little
Oh crap! Did I show?
sticker of what it is
Oh,
on the
that's very
outside?
helpful.
So you know, you don't get mixed up with another one. You know.
Yeah.
I know what I'm
Yeah. So these were my gifts to you two. I know that anime isn't always your forte, but I figured, hey, why don't we, combine worlds for a second here? You like in Final Fantasy, you like in ass.
What the? How do I even? This is the worst part too. Is if anybody that's normal comes into my house and they ever find stuff like this, I'm never using a mouse pad of an anime character that's nude. All right.
Describe it. Pull it out and describe it again.
All right.
Oh
Let's
my
take a
God.
look at it. Let's take a look at it.
Look, dude, I could straight up frame mine and hang it on the wall because that one looks artsy.
It's
You
good.
could absolutely
This-
say that's
this
artsy.
you cannot.
Yeah, that
This-
one no. That one.
This is pure
This
like
is art.
fat bait.
Okay. So basically,
I don't even know if it's
basically,
bait, just like fat material. I
the
guess.
best way to describe this, it is Chun-Li, and she's laying down in what seems to be her home. So she's completely
What
nude.
if it's your home, Rez?
No. And she's got the biggest mommy milkers of a lifetime. and she's just presenting everything. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe she just won a lot of matches.
Why are you giving it a backstory?
Yeah, why is there a storyline to this now?
I don't know.
You want to know the funny part?
What?
Walking into Sakimi-chan's booth was the first time that I've seen pussy other than my own. And there was so much pussy. I haven't even seen mine like up this close and personal.
Boy, I really don't know how to respond to any of
Everyone's
that.
brain is
Actually,
broken.
no. Yeah, that's actually just factually wrong.
How is that actually wrong?
You're saying that you haven't pulled up porn. Flowers for sure has seen a dick before. Because A,
Flowers has seen many dicks before?
he's seen a lot
Oh
of
my
cocks.
God.
I was a teenage dude.
Yes.
Every teenage dude has watched pornos.
Yes.
That's just like
either
a
you're
rule.
seeing the close up of another dick just ramming in and out like a piston, or you've just been in a man's locker room where you're seeing old man dick.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Any
God.
gym locker room, there's
Yes.
the old dudes. If a dude's over 65, he doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's just fucking slanging meat like it's the deli.
Yes, and
They
doing
don't give
some
a
turbulence.
fuck.
You guys know what turbulence is? He's doing some turbulence.
Like in the air? In an airplane?
Do you know what turbulence is?
Raz, you're gonna have to explain it
Okay.
as PG-13 as you can.
So just think of, every man has a bit of has a member,
Yes.
has an extra limb, let's just say.
A dick?
A penis, yes.
Yeah.
So yes, you have a dick. And what turbulence is when you end up slapping it side to side between your thighs, and so it has the clapping sound. It's a TikTok trend between, I think it's
Wait,
just one.
what?
Of course,
Sorry.
There's a guy.
It's a TikTok trend.
There's a guy on TikTok that's famous for turbulence. Because apparently his meat's that big. It's just clapping. And there's the fan one. I don't even know.
The helicopter dick.
Wait, yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah,
is
that's
that-
the helicopter.
yeah,
That's
okay.
Jax's E.
Yes, exactly.
So again, which you two are forgetting about, which you two have definitely heard me have this conversation before. This may be new to Emily. I don't watch real porn. Real people scare me. When they're 2D, it's fine. But when they're 2D and it's hentai, everything is censored. There is no vagina. There is just pixels. Grab any book on that shelf.
I don't want to.
Grab any book on
I
that
have
shelf.
no desire whatsoever.
That one doesn't have naked people in it. Actually, wait.
Oh no! Did you get some new stuff at Anime Expo?
Oh my God.
Just reach into the bag and grab a book, Flowers.
Sure.
Any book.
What is that?
All right.
Oh, they're all shrink wrapped.
They're all shrink wrapped, so you won't be able to.
So none of the pages are sticky.
This looks very fruity.
of the pile. Let's see. What
Okay.
did I get? I got
That looks like a Given knockoff, but honestly, I'm excited
the
for
song of Yoru and Asa.
That does look like a Given knockoff.
it. Right?
Especially the way the hands are drawn.
Absolutely.
Like they're just singing into a microphone here on the cover,
How do
but
you even
they're
get the
they're
shirt?
suspiciously sweaty.
So, oh, Raz, do not open that one. That one is just full dick and butt.
I've already seen some cocks already.
It's
What's-
not even in English.
What's the name of the book?
All right,
Dakaichi.
Oh.
let's see.
Okay, so this one is called Wild Wild Wildlife, and let me just read the back.
Oh,
Tonight,
Wild.
tonight, it's mating season in the woods.
No, dude. How do
What the fuck?
the fact that you read that
Wait,
one
that's
sentence?
that's by the same guy who wrote this one. I don't see any dicks in this at all, Ovilee.
Are there not?
What?
Shut up! Really?
I don't know. Maybe I haven't gotten to that part.
Man,
Demand your money back.
I'm just looking at a guy getting fucked.
I mean, they're having sex, but I see no dick.
That's my husband right there on the cover.
One.
Junta.
The blonde one?
Yes,
Jesus.
that's my fucking husband.
Well, he's the one that's fucking another guy. I don't think he's interested in a woman.
Fuck you. I went up to a booth and I'm like, what would you recommend? And they're like, these are our spiciest. So I was like, okay. And so I
Alright.
bought all of them. But if they're not that
so
spicy,
I bought all of them.
Flowers, what is going on here?
Why?
it's not censored.
Oh
What
my
is
god,
this?
he's got the bussy of
What?
destruction.
What is?
What is this?
What is?
Is that supposed to be tongues?
Yeah, why? Man, in comic
What
books,
is
it's supposed to be
going
like
on here?
it's supposed to say like pow, bam, kaboom, not lick, lick, slurp.
Lick, lick, slur.
Man.
All right.
All right, that
That
was
was
nice.
interesting.
That was beautiful.
Another week, another episode where I'm happy that we don't have sponsors because we would have lost. Here,
feel like
I didn't open mine. I wasn't particularly.
That's okay.
I feel like my mind was just altered.
Good.
Do you feel like a new man?
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Have you three ever been to Anime Expo?
I went that
have
first
once.
year out here with you and Vedius, remember? Because you had like an extra pass. I went and hung out with you guys there for a couple hours that one year, like 5 years ago.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was you, me, I took Vedius to the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure escape room. We were the only team to finish.
Yeah, I just
Nice.
kind of walked around and like looked at the merch for Final Fantasy stuff because Final Fantasy is the only thing that I recognized there. So
And you took a picture with Aerith.
I don't know if I took. I remember there was an Aerith cosplayer.
I took a picture with you and Aerith.
Oh, did you?
And that's why
No.
That's why you.
that's why that
supply
happened.
the art.
There it is.
But Emily, you
I have a Final Fantasy 7 related, or not 7. I have a Final Fantasy 16 related question to ask you later. But I was at that. The only time I ever went to Anime Expo was that actual Anime Expo, and I remember because my friends and I also did the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure escape room.
Did you
And we
escape?
escaped. Yes.
Was
There
it
it
any
is.
good?
Look,
It was actually really fun.
I'm
but
not surprised.
It's one of those things where you have to get into it in order to, like, I don't know, like any escape room. I think if you go into it thinking, oh, this isn't going to be a good time, you're probably not going to have a good time.
Yeah.
there we go.
So
I'm just saying, I'm not surprised that it's you guys or just like and your friends. You did it too, right? The JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
No, I
no,
didn't go.
he didn't. It was just me and Vedi.
Okay. Out of everyone in Anime Expo, the fact that you guys were the only ones to finish makes sense in comparison to all the fucking nerds out there.
I mean, so because you know how it was. Okay, so sorry. So the escape room, the way it was set up, it wasn't just like one small room because there
Yeah.
were obviously hundreds of people.
Yeah.
So there were different shifts, and we were clearly in different shifts. And what they did is they had maybe like 20 tables set up in this ballroom with activities on the table, and then like little stations around the ballroom. So you did your activity at the table, and you're like, oh, okay, I have to go to this place. So you go to Egypt, and the corner is Egypt, right? You go talk to the hotel person. And that's how you kind of like solve the event. But I'm curious for you because we were the only one who solved it in our group. So were there a lot of people who solved it in yours?
For ours, it was us and I think 2 other teams made it.
Ooh.
Out of how many?
About 20, I'd
There's
say.
like
Because
Okay.
20.
there was a specific cutoff. Like there were so many people that wanted to do this. They did it in shifts. And so we had to show up at like a very specific time. And we were part of a very, like, we had our group, but then there were a whole bunch of other tables with like their own groups.
Okay.
Okay.
So it was intense, but the ending was very tricky where you had to like read between the lines of the question and then go back and write something. It was fun. But Anime Expo this year was hell.
Really?
I mean, I don't know if it's like, because I am, as anyone who has spoken to me for any length of time knows, terrified of people. And seeing the pictures of the crowds, because I always kind of want to go to Artists Alley because there's like a lot of fan artists that come to Anime Expo every year. Not this. But
I'm just. Yeah, there's definitely some
that.
art.
Hey,
but
she's
but
a
there
talented
are
artist.
but there are a bunch of fan artists that I actually would really love to see that draw for specific fandoms, and I have always been too afraid to go because not only is Anime Expo now just so massive and they never cap attendance, but the place, unless they've changed it, the place where Artist Alley is also in the fucking basement. And it is like genuinely toxic down there. Like with the amount of people in that small space. Like I remember someone went down with like a CO2 counter and it was like you should get the hell out of here. This is actually dangerous.
This is why I don't
levels.
go.
And
Yes.
I already have breathing problems, so I'm just like,
I
"Ugh,
refuse
fuck
to
that."
go. I just don't go.
It's-
There's no reason for me to go.
I cannot, in like a right mind, I cannot justify recommending it to someone.
Yeah.
I would say that for you, if you want to go to Artist Alley, and you can use my pass because I'm not going to go tomorrow and I've got a 4-day. Going on the final day where it's only a half day, sure, a lot of vendors and artists have probably cleaned up, but if you do want to go, that's probably the best day to go. Because, so the way Anime Expo works is it's Friday, Saturday, it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And I went on Sunday and I went on Monday. I went on Sunday for 1 hour and I was like, this is hell. I'm getting the fuck out of here. It was at a point where if, God forbid, if there was a gunshot sound and people started to get freaked out, there would be a massive stampede and 100% injuries. 100% injuries because people were packed in like sardines, and all it would take is for one person to get pushed down, and it was bad. But Monday was okay.
Yeah.
That freaks me out.
The thing is, it's not even the first time too. It's literally happened now. I don't know if it was happened before last year, but it certainly happened last year. And I'm like, why would I ever go? Because we got to a point where all the, because I would be interested in the artist as well. I wouldn't go for any other reason. And I can just get that shit online. Mm-hmm. So why would I go in person to something that is 100% a health risk? Mm-hmm. Not only like the fact that people will get stampeded. If there was a fire, they're doomed. Like it's just not healthy and really unsafe. But the fact that they were able to get away with this two years in a row is dumb as hell. So it just makes no sense for me to go. And the funny thing is, I didn't go to Anime Expo, but I did go to Little Tokyo on Anime Expo weekend, and that was like, that was a little...
Wait, this year?
No, literally like, yesterday. Like...
Did you hear what happened on Saturday?
No.
What?
Oh my God.
Oh, I think I went on Saturday.
No, you did not.
Let me think. I think I went on Saturday.
Did you get chased out by the helicopter?
There was a helicopter! That's what I was wondering. Why is there a helicopter permanently above us?
What?
So this is what happened, and you're a fucking idiot. I'm just saying that. I love you. You're a fucking idiot.
I'm ready for this.
So what happened on Saturday, for those of you who weren't aware or aren't in the LA area, there was a high-speed car chase going through downtown LA. The car that was, stolen or whatever, had the criminal in it, was driving down Little Tokyo, smashed into another car. So they bailed out and ran into Little Tokyo Center. Oh. And you know what Little Tokyo looks like. You know what Little Tokyo looks like. It's kind of like this open mallish type of area where there's lots and lots of people. So you see the helicopter footage of the guy crash into the other car, get out, and run into the crowd to try to disguise himself in the crowd. But then the police come on over their speakers, either from the helicopter or from their trucks down below, and saying, "Evacuate the area. There is an armed gunman on the loose." So everyone starts fucking scattering, screaming, going crazy. So people were hiding. They didn't know if, when they said there is a gunman on the loose, they weren't sure if that was active shooter. Yeah. Because the guy was armed, but thank God he didn't open fire or anything. Yeah. So that's what was happening in Little Tokyo on Saturday.
Well, if they use their intercoms, they might want to be a little louder. You didn't hear any of this shit? No one heard shit. We just saw the helicopter going around forever. And everybody in Little Tokyo was pretty calm. Like, everyone was eating and stuff. I went to a alcoholic boba bar. So I was vibing with my friends. I had a great Strawnana Cabana. That was a great one there. I was vibing. I was like, what the fuck? That helicopter needs to shut the fuck up. Was what I was thinking.
You know what? I aim to live my life like you, Raz. Just like
Strawnana Cabana.
Unbothered.
By the way,
that has to be an amazing place to be.
It was great. Like and the alcoholic boba, you guys should try it. Maybe not when the armed gunman is running in the crowd that we're in.
Jesus Christ.
That's pretty sad.
Maybe they need to be a little...
Would you quiet down that helicopter?
Yeah, can you guys shut the fuck up there? Damn.
It's going to be like the Pepsi commercial where it's like, the protesters and the riot police, except the riot police is just this one gunman and the protesters just Raz handing them an alcoholic boba.
That would solve
Strawnana Cabana.
Strawnana Cabana.
Hey, pop the straw in. Strawnana Cabana.
It tasted really good. I think that would ease him down and probably turn himself into the cops.
You just give him one of the cabanas and then he's, you know what? That's enough.
You're fucking...
That's it for one day.
I'm dying.
I don't know about turning yourself in, but I think you're about to fucking tell on yourself, Raz, because you brought your Switch, right?
Dun, dun, dun.
I did.
Okay, so for Emily and people who are not familiar with this, on a previous episode of Caster's Couch, Raz told us that he quit Breath of the Wild because he couldn't figure out how to stay warm when exploring the mountain.
Wait, what?
I thought... Don't open it up yet, Raz. Don't open it up yet, Raz. I thought
Come on,
that what he meant was going to the Rito village in Hebra.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, that's further on in the game. Like, at least you got through a couple. Because he said, yeah, I did a couple dungeons. I think that by dungeons, he meant shrine. And by mountain, he meant literally the first fucking
Zora's
mountain.
domain, like, area?
No, on the plateau.
Even before that.
Yes, I don't think that he got the paraglider and got off the fucking plateau. Let me see.
Wait, now I'm curious.
Guess how many minutes I've played in this game?
Let's see.
Well, that's your first tale. Minutes.
God damn it, Raz.
That's the classic I'm not mad, I'm disappointed look right there.
How the fuck am I supposed to know? I
So
thought
let
you
me
meant...
just.
You didn't even get to meet the best boy, Sidon.
Oh my god! I just want him to fucking. Sorry.
Okay.
Is that the dolphin one?
I was not expecting that reaction, but he's a fun character.
You want to fuck a dolphin?
I think he's a shark, isn't he?
I think he's technically a
He has
shark.
like a shark on his head.
That's good.
He's
Sharks
a Zora, but
sharks
he's a
are
shark.
better than
I
dolphins.
hate
Yeah.
to break it to you, Ovilee, but he's engaged.
Fuck that bitch! Emily, fuck that bitch! All I'm saying is that this green-headed, like, fucking hammerhead shark-looking bitch comes out of fucking nowhere, says, I'm a childhood friend! Bitch, fuck you! Is there a statue of you in the middle of Zora's domain? Oh no, that's me on your fucking husband's back, bitch! I ride him! You can't do shit! Fuck you, fish!
Isn't the game called like The Legend of Zelda, not The Legend of Fish? So I feel like you're supposed to be going after the character in the title, not this fish.
I will say I did appreciate that one meme tweet that was going around where you are like talking to his fiance and there is legit this giant statue that this guy built of Link riding him just in the background.
Riding him?
It's not gay though.
Not in a sexual way.
Wait, I have a picture of him
But
on
like,
my phone.
and it's just like basically the caption, like she's like, I'm like Yona, Simon's fiance or whatever, and the Twitter caption is just like, I don't know how to break this to you, but he is emotionally unavailable.
That is my man. He is only marrying you out of obligation and guilt. Okay, so that's
Okay,
my
I
husband.
didn't realize this was gonna open this can of worms.
That's my husband. See?
What is it? Why do you have to pick the
Why is he so
weirdest ass
tall?
looking
I think that I am
pictures?
about Sidon's height, so I could just stand and suck a shark dick.
I swear to God, guys, I did not realize that by mentioning my favorite character, it would go in this direction.
Our favorite character. Our favorite.
It happens every time someone's first time
You're
on the
not
podcast.
just standing sucking shark dick. You're on your tippy toes sucking shark dick.
And I would feel so honored.
I feel like this is an appropriate time to bring my question of who would you rather fuck, Sid or Clive from Final Fantasy 16?
Okay, so I have not played Final Fantasy 16 yet.
Okay, never
because
mind.
I
Put a
still
pin
need-
in that and I'll look forward to
Let
it in
me-
future
Answers to
episodes.
that one?
There's an obvious answer. There's one correct answer.
Yes, there is.
Is it Sid?
It's it.
Name the
Yes.
characters again for me.
Sid and Clive.
So Clive is better looking, but Sid just has, for whatever reason, that 80-year-old fucking sulky. Who's that? Like
Raz, are you trying to fuck Clint
Is this
Eastwood?
Sid?
That's Clive.
This is Clive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clive is the main
who's
character.
the dead but like old Scottish actor?
Sean Connery.
He's got that old 80-year-old Sean Connery voice.
The dead old
right.
Scottish actor.
Wow.
Sid.
You got who I
Yes.
was talking about, right?
So
Sid is insane. He's like such a good. I'm not gonna say how much I've played through because they're like major spoilers, but he is like an insane character. He's so good. Like his characterization is so cool.
Dude, I will say about we already talked about it in the last show, but there's a lot of implied fucking on this game.
Yeah,
I'm so
it's very
excited.
sexual.
Yes.
Especially for a Final Fantasy game. Like usually there's just like sexual innuendo. That's Clive.
So you said you'd fuck him?
No,
Clive,
we both
yes.
said we'd fuck Sid.
That's Clive?
I would fuck Sid.
Clive is better looking.
I want this.
There it is. That's
There
a
you
Clive.
go.
That's a
He's
Clive
very
fan.
tortured. If it makes you feel better.
I love a broken man.
There it is. That's all you needed to say. She's
I love
Clive
a
Nation.
Shane.
Yeah, I figured. Wait, Shane from Stardew Valley?
Yeah, the alcoholic guy who
God.
stocks the shelves at the shitty ass grocery mart.
Wow.
Then when you go to try to be his friend, he says "fuck you" and pukes up in the yard. Yeah, that guy's a real piece of work.
I can fix him.
Who did you choose in
my God.
Sunhaven?
In Sunhaven.
Did you choose the Sasuke wannabe?
No. Who did I choose in
She has
Sunhaven?
type.
No, you know what? I think I was like, oh, I don't like any of you.
What?
I liked Darius the Demon King, dude.
Okay, I don't know him.
Oh yeah, because you stopped playing.
I stopped playing after a while. But I'm getting back into it.
Okay, so I played through the entire game, finished everything, went through the epilogue,
Yeah.
and it was so bug-ridden that I gave up on it.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Damn.
Sunhaven.
Sunhaven.
How far did Raz get in Zelda?
About 24 minutes.
Yeah.
24 minutes.
It was not 2 dungeons, but 2 shrines.
Yeah, I thought they were dungeons. I remember them being kind of difficult.
I think the most recent save said 23:54.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which means it was probably just 22 minutes because I did play some a little bit.
So that I feel like that was maybe the save time because he does have the paraglider. He did 4 shrines and he does have the paraglider.
Oh, okay.
There it
So
is.
I think that he finished everything on the plateau and then was just like, oh, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Good job.
Do you even know who Zelda is?
I mean, I know Zelda.
Clearly not. You haven't fucking met her.
It's the guy with the green hat.
Oh,
and
kill me.
the little elf guy.
Whip and tear until it's done, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's Zelda.
Yeah, Luigi.
Oh, yeah, Luigi. Let's go.
Can you please just play until you meet Sidon?
Oh my god.
By the way, the game's not linear, so you could like spend 50 hours before you get to it.
Okay, because I remember this is where I got confused because I remember I had a paraglider. I remember having fun with it, but then when you guys said I didn't get off the plateau, I'm like, I got off a structure. Like I was on a tall structure. I guess that's a plateau.
You were on the Temple of Time, I think.
Maybe.
And then you jumped off.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're the worst. You're actually the worst.
None of this surprises me.
No.
I made some attempts to get through that icy land because I didn't know that I had to get like clothes in a specific way or eat some food that makes me hot. So I just like tried speedrunning it and I'd freeze to death.
Damn, this shit is hard.
Man, if only there was a game mechanic to get me through this.
It's like, all right, I got to get past this lake. I'm freezing to death and I'm going to die.
Because of this, I would be curious to see your solutions to some of the puzzles. Because, like, I know I've solved them in incredibly cursed ways before. Like, there is a puzzle in the most recent one that you essentially have to get from point A to point B and the bridge is broken. And they tell you, like, oh, if you put these pine cones in fire, like, you can blow yourself across, essentially. And I was like, nope, I'm doing the cursed method of chopping down all of these trees and just making a giant ass bridge.
You rebuilt the bridge?
The deforestation method.
So you literally... That was like the longest fucking gap too,
No,
though.
it was so hard to like physically move it.
The plot of Fern Gully to get across that bridge.
We're fucking
Yeah,
the tree up.
I just destroyed an entire forest.
So then, I feel like I'm kind of scared to ask, how did you deal with the Koroks?
Oh, I haven't. So in Tears of the Kingdom, I haven't helped any of them, but I also haven't hurt any of them. Yeah, I've just kind of left them there. I'm still playing. I'm actually, so that one game, were you in the green room when we were having this discussion? Were you guys in there? About how, like, we were talking about how there's, like, the cycles of something being in the discourse, like the public discourse, are so short. And a lot of it, there's, like, this weird, now because games are given out pre-release so that people can write guides for it, there's this kind of like, oh, if I'm stuck, I can just look it up, blah, 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 blah. And I really wanted to experience this organically, so even if it does involve building, like, cursed fucking bridges, I just want to play it, like, super, super slowly. So I already have just accepted that I'm not going to be a part of, like, the memes or the discourse, and I haven't really played a ton. Obviously, I did get through Zora's Domain and Rito Village in terms of, like, those two.
Ooh, those are fun.
Those 2 dungeons, yeah.
All the memes that I saw about the new one was just people either crucifying the Koroks or putting them on flying vehicles, usually in pairs of 2, and sending them crashing into stuff.
At least they did it together.
Yeah.
There are a lot of 9/11 Koroks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never
Lots
imagined
of-
that 9/11... if you told me that 9/11 jokes would spike in 2023 and it's because of Zelda...
Yeah,
I would ask you
random.
what you were smoking, but that's the reality that we live in.
My entire timeline was just full of dicks and Gundams. Like, essentially
That's so good.
people building dicks and also people building Gundams.
I saw
s-
Gundam dicks.
Man,
Big robot cock.
Did you see that someone in Zelda built a submarine?
No! What the fuck are we doing?
Oh, God.
Anyways, Emily, I like having you here because I feel like for the first time there's more than one cultured person on this couch.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's two people who
Did you just dog all of our other guests?
Yeah.
You know we've had like
No
500,
one is
600
coming
people
back
in
to
here
the show
before.
ever.
You had
Well,
Gina on here twice.
Yeah, that really brought our average way down.
You think Gina is
I
cultured?
loved her.
Oh, Emily.
I loved watching episodes with her.
We love Gina. We love Gina. But Emily, I know that. So for people who don't know you, who they should fucking know you at this point because you're a superstar, League of Legends fanatic,
Yeah.
but also anime fanatic.
Uh-huh.
Because before you were doing like ESPN stuff for League of Legends and esports, you were also doing like. Correct me on this. Anime blog writing about like reviews of all the different stuff that you watched.
Yeah, so basically, I still have an anime blog. I can add to it whenever I want.
Shout it out.
Don't for me in fullbloom.wordpress.com because I am too cheap to buy actual domain.
Sponsor her for Squarespace.
Yeah, I probably should actually get on Squarespace and I don't know, pay for it to be there and exist. But yeah, I have been writing about anime for a really long time. I didn't really get paid for it. I did a Crunchyroll stint that was cool, but I also figured out that with anime, I don't really want to feel pressure to write about it. I just kind of want to write about what I want when I want, and that doesn't really always lend itself to episodic blogging. So, yeah, I miss it. I haven't watched a lot of anime recently. Like I said, the only thing I watch in excess is League of Legends games because I try to keep up with every major region because I'm insane. And the thing I watched most recently was Andor, which is still like kind of stuck in my head, which is awesome. And maybe I'll just write about that and stick it on the anime blog, even though it's not anime.
Is Andor the Star Wars that isn't the Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Yes? Question mark.
I only watch The Mandalorian.
It is a television show.
I've
That
heard
is
really good
about
things about
Cassie
it.
and Andor. Yeah, so I'll say it is not something you need any Star Wars prior knowledge to watch. Any connective tissue it has to the rest of Star Wars, and I say this as someone who is an admitted Star Wars fanatic as a kid and read like every single extended universe novel I could get my hands on.
Did you play Galaxies?
I didn't actually.
Oh, so close.
I read like all of the books available when I was a kid, though. It was kind of insane. I say this with someone of a great deep of love for the franchise. I like that a lot of the connective tissue it has to other Star Wars stuff is very weighty in terms of how they use it, and not just like, I know that character, I know that character, I know that character, I know this, or etc. And yeah, it's a very nuanced, amazing show. I like don't really know how to describe it, to be honest. I don't know. It's really good. I'd recommend it to literally anyone.
Nice. That makes it easy.
Hell yeah, dude.
But you haven't watched Mando.
I haven't seen a single episode of it.
What do you have against Pedro Pascal?
I don't have anything against Pedro Pascal. I watched The Last of Us.
There
He's
it
good in
is.
That's
that.
good.
There it is.
That's good.
There we
The
have it.
internet's father. Technically, Emily, we have worked together longer than I've worked with either of these two.
True.
What have you guys done? Oh,
I
ESPN.
still want to find that super cursed Yahoo Esports
Yes.
interview where I am very obviously so uncomfortable in front of a camera, and Ovilee is like in her nation interviewer stage where she is just asking all of the wrong questions. It's the most cursed thing.
It's
so bad from both of us.
So to preface this, we started working together when I was still back in college.
Yep.
And Emily was working at Yahoo Esports with like Travis Gafford.
Yep.
This was in
2017. Yeah.
2017, because I think it shut down. I think it shut down in 2017.
Also shut down in 2017.
So I think it was 2016 to 2017. Yeah. And Travis was trying to get me to do more like interview stuff. And I'm like, okay, let's start slow. So he says, okay, Ovilee, you are going to interview Emily, because they're like, I remember him saying like, Emily, you got to get more comfortable on being on camera because you had done a lot of written stuff. And so both of us were placed on this desk. And he's like, okay, ask Emily questions. And I'm like, what What about League of Legends is cool
It was
to you?
so bad from both of us. Can I say this is like I've watched you blossom into this like
Same
insane
you.
content creator, but like I want to find this just to be like as a case study of like if you are so bad, you can do it too. Yeah,
Right.
you know,
You had your bracelets that you kept
they kept
jingling.
jingling because I was like, if you probably see me sitting down right now, and I get this feedback a lot. I need to fix it. I'm just a generally nervous person. Like I'm not nervous sitting here, but like I just am a fidgety person generally. And in this, I had like these bracelets that I kept like fidgeting with, and they kept clanging against the table, and they're just
Jangle,
like,
jangle,
we can't hear you.
Jangle. It was so good. I'm so sad that we'll probably never
It's
find
lost
it.
to time.
Yeah, because Yahoo. Oh, come on,
Kaboom.
Yahoo.
Yeah.
Wasn't another shit on
Thresh sighed
YouTube?
exactly as you said that. No, it never got released because they were just like, we cannot let this get out. It's so bad.
It was really fucking bad, but also it was important.
Yeah.
I think that it was probably important.
Yeah, we
But
did get good feedback on it in terms of like constructive feedback.
Yeah.
As in, Ovilee, never get on camera again.
No.
Do you remember when I cried in the office? Okay. So, Yahoo Esports, Travis was telling me like, okay, you need to do an opinion piece. And I'm like, I don't think I have an opinion. He's like, do an opinion piece. Just talk about something for 3 minutes straight. And I was like, okay. And he's like, you like the collegiate scene. Talk about the collegiate scene. I was like, okay. So they set up just like a little camera in our cubicle space of the office and they put it on me. And he told me that I can't stop and go. Like it has to all be one take.
Okay.
So I have like the script that I want to do, and it's maybe like, you know, just a couple minutes of talking. Like, this is a collegiate scene. Honestly, these are 3 great teams that are really, you know, coming out of it. UC Irvine, UCSD popping off, and this is why it's important to support collegiate. This, right? Like, I could do it now, 10 minutes, like nothing. I would do maybe like 2 sentences, stop, and be like, I have to start over. Do another 2 sentences, stop, have to start over.
Just didn't have enough
Oh,
faith in
no.
yourself.
Did not have enough faith in myself. And we ended up trying to shoot for an hour. It was with, do you remember Ryan?
Yeah.
Ryan trying to help produce. And I just started crying in the
Oh
office. And like, I remember turning around and Ryan's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. And I'm just like looking down, putting my hair in front of my face going,
no. That's
Oh
horrific.
my god, I did not hear about this. Probably for that reason, right? Ryan's not going to be the type of person to be like,
No.
do you know Ovilee was crying and her, you know? Like,
yeah. Also, I was still like, I was like 20. I was
Yeah.
a child. Even now, I'm still a 27-year-old teenage girl. What?
You haven't heard of 2017?
The year? That's what she was just talking about. She said in 2017, all this shit happened to Yahoo.
No, that she's a 2017-year-old.
2017 is a year.
Give him a second, Raz. Give him a second.
Yeah.
All right.
So how about that Twitter?
Twitter's dead.
Dear God, Twitter. I feel like every single time we hear Twitter news, it's like, this is the final nail in the coffin. And then Musk is like, hold my shit.
I'm wondering if
I'm
I'm
going
rate
further.
limited yet.
Dude,
Oh
so
my
like
gosh.
the
For
funniest
today.
thing was the fact that he lied too. So like it came out essentially that at first the way he talked about it was, oh, we're limiting this to defend against data scraping.
What are they eliminating?
Oh, where they're limiting how many tweets you can read. And they're doing
Yeah.
it based off of whether or not you are a blue subscriber or not. So if you're a blue subscriber, you can read like 6,000 tweets or something. If you are not a blue subscriber, you can read 600. And if you're like non-blue subscriber that is also a new to the platform, then you're like 400. You're basically a peasant, like 200, whatever it is.
Turbo peasant.
Yeah, you're
You're a
just like,
peasant.
yeah, you're a serf. That's all it is. But at first he says, oh, it's because data manipulation and all this stuff, like we are trying to cover for that. So for a temporary amount of time, this is something that's being held in place. So everyone's like, okay. And that only lasted for about 2 hours. And then a report came out that actually he just didn't pay his Google servers bill.
Yep.
So like he just didn't pay Google. Apparently in 2018 they had a $1 billion deal for Google to hold a lot of the servers for Twitter, and he just didn't update it. And apparently it was like end of year or something. They were trying to unload a lot, find a new home for those servers so they wouldn't get completely fucked. But then apparently they were behind schedule. So this is where we're at.
Well, I mean, he fired like most of the workforce.
Yes, he
so
did.
Who's gonna move all of this stuff?
So it's just been cursed for the last few days. So I've just been looking at Twitter and be like, this is probably for the best. I might just limit how much I look at Twitter and tweet, and I'm just gonna use Instagram. I was like, I don't like Instagram because it's just a picture-based content wheel. When I care about just sending cursed tweets, like I just want to get my opinions out in the ether, whether they're League of Legends related, politics, shit posts, anything that comes to mind that's just really stupid.
Talking shit to random Midwestern
Yep.
dads about basketball.
There it is, literally that.
Getting in there, comments.
Just shit talking, like anything that's like that. God, I was literally just having a random debate this morning. So like that's the stuff, that's the shit that I like. But now I'm like, okay, well, suddenly just opening Twitter for about 30 seconds because it's any tweet you view.
Yeah.
So even if you open up a tweet that has a large tweet thread within it, like if many people are commenting, suddenly they're added to the list. So it runs out pretty quickly.
It's honestly, it's sad, I think, for me personally, because Twitter was definitely a platform that I utilized when I started LCS to really like start putting my own content out there, get like my name out there and everything, interact with everyone in the esports world. And I fear that what people in esports aren't recognizing is that death of Twitter is honestly really like the death of a lot of esports content, esports pros or celebrities. And I wouldn't say streaming talent, but honestly, just a lot of people who depend on esports.
Yeah.
Because esports has always been the central hub of, okay, well, I gotta hit up Emily if she wants to be on Caster's Couch. Let me hit her up on Twitter or something like that. Like if we weren't already close, I don't have you on Discord. I don't have your number. It was always just Twitter and Twitter DMs.
You don't have me on Discord?
Do you not understand like when you're talking to the general?
Just thinking out loud here.
We got you. We got you. We got you specifically. The royal you.
I'm gonna smack you.
I'm gonna go home and check and see if it says add friend under your name. And if it does, I'm gonna be sad.
I'm going to check right now.
I'm gonna delete you from my friends list right now.
Why would you do such a thing?
Because you don't watch the fucking TikToks I send you.
I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't either. I would not either.
Wait, do you watch the TikToks Raz sends you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, but he doesn't open half the links I send.
Oh yeah, no.
So is it sexism or racism? Which is it?
I actually prefer a combo meal.
There you go.
It's both.
So you're sexist and racist.
Yep, 100%.
To women and Asians?
Yep.
He already said he's from Ohio, okay?
Yeah, I'm from a cornfield.
True.
Give him a break.
Emily, how do you feel about this statement from one of your coworkers and person who is sitting within 3 feet of you?
I mean, I already have to deal with woman Respecter Raz. Wait, did I tell you about how this meme came about?
I don't
Jesus.
think
God,
you
tell
did.
you, this is great.
It's so funny, actually. So, you know how this sounds really stupid, but think about it. If there's like 4 chairs in front of you, right? And you sit down in a chair and then someone else is coming, you're not just going to be like, hello, and like sit in the chair next to them, right?
Yep.
Like you're going to sit in a different chair.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the urinal rule.
Yeah.
You're not going to piss right next to the guy in the urinal if there's other spaces.
And so I sit down and the game, because like in the analyst desk, there are multiple ways that we can watch the game. At this point, it's in the wide ball and there were like 4 chairs out. And Mark and Jad are doing whatever. I think Mark was actually filming, catching up a double lift or something. And so I sit down and I'm watching the game and Raz comes and he sits at the opposite end of the chair.
Women Respecter.
I just watched this show where you were teasing both of them for being sexist for some reason. I don't remember.
There's so many reasons.
And so I was like, oh man, women Respecter Raz is locked into the chat.
Let me just say, the conversations me and Ovilee have are just so fucking funny. It's either me ragging on her for not having real pockets.
Sexist again.
Women's clothes don't have. It's so annoying. Anyway.
Sexist again.
Or
Cramps, because I get stomach. So I get really bad stomach cramps because I get anxious on show days and I don't eat when I'm at the studio, which I do eat, but So anyway, I get really nervous before every show, even though I've done this for a while now. And so I just don't eat when I'm at the studio. So I'm like, it's not worth, being nauseous and like maybe I'm gonna have to go puke and I don't want to have to deal with that. So I'll just eat when I eat like before I leave in the morning and then when I get home. And so I always get really bad stomach cramps, and Raz is always like, you know what's great about being a guy? And I'm like, Raz, it's not that time of the month. I swear to God. He's
Women Respecter Raz.
Raz has not gotten it right once.
Every time you say you have stomach cramps, I'm like,
It's so funny. At this point, I think producers just automatically turn off their thing. Like, they're just sick of me listening to me
at
and
this
Raz.
point, it's just like a meme. It
Yeah,
really is. Like, I don't
so
even think
bad.
it is. I just say it.
They're probably just like, we don't want to listen to these two bozos anymore.
But also, we just terrorize our producer.
Yeah, we do.
Our
Especially
producer,
Graham.
yes, our producer Graham, bless his heart, because he has us on pre-fade. For people out there, what that is that like when we're talking, he's always listening in. So just in case we're talking about something topical and he can join in, or if we're making a request, he's always there. But most of our conversations are poop related.
Yup.
It's about like
Talk a lot about shit.
we talk a lot about taking a shit or something like that. Or the dangers of pre-fade, by the way, is if someone forgets to turn their mic off and then go to the washroom, then you start hearing them take a shit. And that may have happened.
It's happened to one of us, and it's not either one of us.
Did you hear him straining or grunting?
Oh, so we
Or
can't
perhaps
hear it.
a moan?
No, they can't
so
hear.
we can't hear it. It's just producers because we're not listening to Raz's pre-fade the entire time, but they have to.
So let's just say Graham may have
Poor Graham.
admitted to be like, yeah, you definitely took it.
He was like, I'm not gonna say who, but one of you. And then I was like, oh God, is it me? And he was like, no.
No, it's not. It's Raz. I was like, oh no, my bad, Graham. So I always remember to do it. In fact, I told Graham the last time I took a shit, I was thinking about you. Because I turned it off just as I was about to sit on the bowl.
I will say that I was worried that you were not going to make it back in time because you were like, oh man, I have to take a massive shit. And we had a segment where we needed you. And we were both sitting, like the three of us are saying, we were like, is Raz going to make it back in time?
It was somewhere, guys. Now you're peering an eye into the analyst desk.
Yeah.
The day in the life.
Why don't you just talk about this on the analyst desk? Because this is entertaining as
We've
shit.
actually joked that we should do like an analyst desk coastery, which would be so cursed.
My God, the shit we talk about is so dumb every time. It's just the worst. And before we're on camera, like when we're counting down, oh, we're going to be out live in like 10 seconds, I'll just say the most wild shit.
Yeah, he just says unhinged. And I think the last time I was like the designated host, I was like, welcome to the Analyst Lounge where you're going to guess what curse shit Raz just told us.
Because I'm just trying to make them break when I'm just...
Yeah.
I will give you 100. No.
No.
Let's not start that.
All it takes is one audio person to be new. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
This
true.
For one day, they were like, we're trying out a new audio person.
So
We did actually have this issue, and I was very nervous because our audio did go out a few times.
so
Last split, I think.
I think Ian is probably one of the only people who will remember this. Maybe some people watching, but during the G4 launch. So like the huge spectacle that they did for when G4 launched officially on the Twitch channel and on TV and all this fun special shit. We had one audio guy who was very clearly new. Every single talent was loved up. So there's probably like 10 or 11 people on Loves. And he left everyone's channel open for the entire stream.
Oh,
so if you
God.
go back and you listen to the stream, you can hear in the background Kasim have a phone call with like his car insurance.
Yeah.
I think you can hear me in the background going like, nothing is on time. What the hell is going on? We were supposed to do this segment like 50 minutes ago. And then you can hear Gina just like, la 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 la.
Sounds like Gina. That's perfect. That guy is doomed, but that's hilarious.
Oh my God. It was, well, no, the guy I think just like walked off the set the next day.
Yeah, he knew he was fucked.
He was just like, all right,
Wow.
see.
There were
Yeah.
two different toilet flushes in the launch of the network.
No!
Oh no.
That would've been me.
It was fucking
Yeah, imagine
bad.
if yours had gone out to
Yeah, man,
everyone.
there you go.
Just you
Like,
taking a
like
shit.
on broadcast. Like
king
the straining sounds on broadcast.
Oh my! Oh no!
Just pinch it off, Raz.
That would. Look, some of my creative juices flow on the toilet.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of creative juices,
Yeah.
last week on LCS Flowers, I started to get a lot of DMs from people saying, "Hey, did you hear what Flowers and Kobe said?" Mm-hmm. What did you say, Flowers?
Well, they locked in Alawi because they wanted to. And, well, Alawi has a theme. Alawi's theme is tentacles.
Yeah.
Now, when I think of tentacles, two things come to mind. Octopuses
Yeah.
and Ovilee.
Oh,
So-
thank you.
I wasn't initially even going to say anything. I was like, I rag on Ovilee too much for the tentacles. The joke's getting a little tired. Like, I gotta come up with new material here. I gotta respect myself. But then Kobe made the joke. And because it was somebody other than me having the same mental association of Ovilee
Wow.
equals tentacle, I couldn't stop laughing. I was just busting up, laughing like a dickhead for 10 seconds straight because we were talking about, like, you know, a player had the Alawi debuff on him, so he was trying to clear the wolves, and a tentacle spawned and just slaps him.
Yeah.
And I made a point of just being like, oh man, you think you're gonna go farm wolves? No, tentacle. And Kobe's like, yeah, that's the thing. You know, tentacles just spawning all over the place. But luckily for him, the buff wears off after 10 seconds, so no more tentacles spawning everywhere. You don't even know. As much as Ovilee would want that. And I'm just like,
Oh my god, that's
Wow.
great.
I think I was streaming later that evening for something, and I had a bunch of people come into the chat, and they're like, "Hey, did you hear what Kobe said?" And I was like, "No."
yeah, no.
There was not a Reddit thread on it.
You have strong brand.
Wow.
Wait, there was a Reddit thread on it?
Not a dedicated, but it was under. I think it was like a Dignitas game.
Oh, there
Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
it was
yeah.
because Rich picked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Dignitas game, and under it said like, "Why the hell was Flowers laughing for 10 minutes straight? What was Kobe talking about?" And then the comments underneath it are, "Kobe made an Ovilee tentacles
Talking
joke."
about, yeah.
I'm like,
no,
oh
dude.
my god.
That'll
That's
do
the
it.
power of the brand.
Yeah, I was
That'll
gonna
do
say that's brand building right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I mean, heyo. Right before we started filming this podcast, you said that Kobe had a song that was stuck in his head.
Okay, no, you guys covered it last week with the stupid Shrek TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
And so-
Bouncing
So
off
the
my
problem-
booty cheeks.
I love the way he
Yeah,
rides.
exactly. So what we've learned from this experiment is that if a song gets stuck in Kobe's head, he's just gonna sit there and sing it.
Yes.
Does he
Over
only
and
sing,
over.
Does he only sing the first couple
Yes.
of lines, or does he go
only
all the way
sings
through the
those
bussy
two
part?
No,
No,
no.
he
He
keeps
only
repeating.
knows the first two
He keeps
lines.
repeating, like when we're in the changing room or when we're in
Yep.
the green room, he's like bouncing
Bouncing
off
off
his
my
booty cheeks.
Yeah.
The way he rides. I'm like, this
So
is-
for 3 days, because Raz introduced this on Wednesday, and Kobe was just like, would not stop singing it.
I showed it to everybody too. I showed it
True.
to our makeup people, like Rosa and Lorena. I showed it to
Oh.
like, yeah.
Speaking of the makeup people,
Yeah.
I can't believe we almost didn't
Raz.
talk about this.
Oh,
Raz
no.
tried to punk me
True.
with some deals.
I may have done something.
What happened?
So I'm going to go ahead and preface. I'll let you describe what you did, but I need to describe my own fuck up here when I initially walked in and didn't perceive what exactly you were up to. Because I get into the LCS. My call time's later than theirs because they're on the desk and I'm casting, so it happens later naturally. So I walk into the green room and Raz is sitting on the couch and he just looks at me and goes, "Hey, Flowers, have you been to makeup yet?" This should have been a red flag. This should have set me off fucking immediately. Because, one, Raz normally does not give a shit. He's normally sitting there eating or like talking about the game or something. And two, even if it was one of those off days where the makeup ladies do need us in there a little bit earlier, in the past, when they ask Raz to deliver that information, he forgets.
I will forget.
He reliably forgets.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
And then they will just DM
yeah,
one
then
of
they'll
us,
just mess.
and they'll be like, "Didn't Raz tell you?" And we'll be
Yeah,
like, no.
I'll be like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But the first thing he said is just, "Hey, Flowers, you been to makeup yet?" I was like, "No, man, I usually go closer to 1." He was like, "Oh, okay." I should have known something was fucked. And sure enough, something was fucked because Raz had gone to makeup a little bit earlier. And what did you do when you were in makeup, Raz?
I struck a deal with the makeup crew.
Yep.
I struck a deal with the makeup crew. Because here's the context of this. We were celebrating Pride Month.
It was the Pride Day. It was the
Yes.
Friday
Yeah.
when everything had like the Pride theme on the set and everything like
Okay.
that.
Yes. And so we were celebrating Pride. And let's just say I went up to the wonderful makeup people. And they were asking, oh, do you want to do anything? I'm like, I think I'll be fine because I just dress in black. I'm just the most uninteresting person. But
Because you're homophobic.
When she does stuff like that, you just look her in the eyes and say yes. That's what I do with all the racism, sexism, and everything.
Don't look me in the eyes. Look the camera in the eyes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Anyway. But like, I knew one person that is just always been like Mr. Bland in a way. Like he comes into this show with the Taco Bell sweater every day, looking the same because he likes a certain way he looks. So if
We're
you
getting
try-
that sponsorship, damn it.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Keep trying.
So Flowers hates if anything happens that's different. Anything, right? So I told the makeup people, if you could get him with any kind of rainbow makeup, like a rainbow like glitter on his cheeks or something, like anything
Pizzazz.
Yeah.
Sparkle.
I'll give them anything they want in Starbucks. I paid them off with Starbucks for them to approach them. And I told them as I was leaving, you could even let him know that I made this deal. We need to put as much pressure on him humanly possible to make this happen. And if he fails, he doesn't do it, then not only is he homophobic, but also he is refusing to feed the mouths of the makeup people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I get in there and they pitch me this entire like can of stupidity over here, and they're just like, "So you want a rainbow?" And I was like, "Nah, that's not for me." And so then they said exactly what I'm expecting you to say, which is because you're homophobic.
And you said?
I was like, "It's just not for me." And because see, the problem is when we're all sitting here on this couch and I look you in the eyes and I just say yes, there's an inferred like, yes, you're just
joking.
going along with the
Yeah.
bit. It's a joke.
I don't think
if
you're
I'm
going
sitting
along
there
with
in the
it.
makeup cave and a random person like walking down the hallway that's just like new or something like that, here's somebody say, "Captain Flowers, you homophobic?" And I say, "Yes." Like all of a sudden I've got a fucking Kotaku article or some shit. So I'm just sitting there like, no, it's not for me. And they keep bringing up the fucking Starbucks because goddamn terrorist Raz over here setting to just like cause me all this grief, bribed them. And I was just like, Raz is the one who made the stipulation.
Yep.
He could just give you the Starbucks. You don't have to accomplish this mission,
True.
Raz. And then so the whole time I'm sitting there, like during the makeup, they're like, "You sure?" After the makeup, they're like, "All right, you're done." "You sure? We can still put the rainbow in there." And I just sent Raz a message. I was like, "I am going to get your ass." Like,
The best thing too was hearing from the Rosa and Lorena, the makeup people, amazing people once again. They were just so proud of their work because the moment he said like, "Oh, the moment we mentioned Raz's name." Like he just went full on, like pacing left and right. He's like, "What did he say? What did he say?" He was just
like
freaking
some
out.
bullshit's going on.
He was freaking out apparently. So they made a hard bargain. They were like, "Look, we really got him freaked out." And I was like, "I'll give you guys the Starbucks anyway."
You got him the Starbucks? Okay, that's
next
good.
week.
That's
Next
good.
week, I'm giving them the Starbucks because they got your ass on that one.
So let me just give you a pro tip, all right?
Okay.
If someone doesn't want to, pizzazz themselves up a little bit,
Yeah.
you could get them anyways with a fistful of glitter.
No. This is Ovilee shit. She just
Fist
I would never do that to someone.
of glitter.
Oh
That's
my
against
God.
like dude code.
Glitter is terrible.
Yeah, no one with morals and justice would ever throw glitter on someone's face so they have to live with that for like a couple days.
That's me.
Yeah, that is you.
That's me.
The last time you just glitter bombed everybody.
That was the LCS Fairy.
Yeah, it was Fairy Court Day. Yeah, Fairy
Fairy
Court.
Day.
Fairy Court.
I ran onto the stage with Tinkerbell wings and glittered Spica and then the camera.
Yep.
It was eco-friendly glitter. For the trees.
And then in the after party, you glitter bombed me and everybody that was in the after party.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I got everyone.
And I took a shower immediately
Yeah.
afterwards. It did not matter.
It's over.
Really? Oh, dude,
Glitter does not go away.
I missed that after party, and
Good.
now I feel like I dodged a fucking glitter bullet.
Yes, you did.
I will get you.
I don't want no glitter, man.
I'll get you.
That's one of those situations that I wish there was a helicopter telling us to get there. I would
Not
listen.
even the Bananarama.
Yeah,
whatever's gonna save you from that one.
We don't.
Strawnana Cabana.
Strawnana.
That's what it would. Yeah.
Listen, we don't have a helicopter to yell shout outs, but we do have a podcast to yell shout outs. So, Emily, where can people find you and what are you working on next? What can you shine a light on?
Well, Twitter is apparently dead, but that's pretty much the only place you can find me, where I'm at League of Emily.
And your
I'm
blog.
working on the LCS, and that's. I just watch like a lot of like. Again, in watching and trying to play some Final Fantasy 16, I'm like, wow, like I just watch a lot of League of Legends. That is actually my life.
It's
Like,
pretty chad.
yeah,
Sick life to have.
it is. I mean, I'm actually really happy with it, but you never realize how much time it takes up until you try to do something else.
She plays in hardcore mode where she just watches no matter what time of the day it is.
Yeah.
3 a.m. I'm awake watching
Yep.
LPL. Like I don't
Yeah.
subject myself to that.
It's the
No,
Patrick
I
meme.
gotta get in on like the LGD versus NIP.
Oh my
thing.
God.
Oh, a Skarner was played in Umti from Frederick.
Yeah,
I'm sure you woke up to notifications.
I woke
was
up to a
like,
20 plus on
Yeah.
notifications. I was like, what is this? Either somebody's got a problem with me or Skarner got locked in overnight.
Yep.
And so
I figured other people had it covered, but I was like, I know someone
Yeah.
is gonna appreciate this. Also, Umti, you can hit him up. He's fluent in English.
really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's pretty
That's
sick.
pretty sick.
Anything that you two want to say before we close this thing out?
I'm gonna get you
Ooh.
for that
Uh-oh.
for that prank.
That's not good.
It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not even be in this decade. I will get you one day. I just gotta wait for the right moment.
Can I be a bystander? I just want to
can
watch
be an
it go
accomplice
down.
if you
Yeah, I
want.
just want to watch it go down.
It
You know?
won't happen. I'll duck it. I'll dodge it. And my message for everybody out there. I hope you have a great Strawnana Cabana. I
Oh,
hope
dear
it's long.
Lord.
It's hard.
Speaking of which, subscribe to the Patreon to find out, or to see rather, what I gifted these two. We'll post the NSFW
You'll
pictures
definitely have a
on
Strawnana Cabana.
Patreon.
Do not open these pictures
Yes.
around your parents
Yeah,
or at school.
Do not.
Do it.
Or
You
in
will
front
lose
of anyone.
computer lab
Yeah.
privileges.
It's so good.
In front of anyone at all.
It's great for the whole family.
See you next week. Titties.